Sports Business with the Professor.
Gonna get learned up, but there's so much money behind sports. His name is Mattress Mack.
OG discount double check.
Won $75 million. Damn, if I marry her, she'll be the cheapest employee that I have. Here's $3,000 you can put underneath that mattress. Without TV, there literally would not be any more sports. That shit went viral. There it is. The best of the best. This week, we're going to talk about someone that everyone might know or maybe even have heard of, even though they probably never bought a mattress from this man. His name is Mattress Mack. Jim McIlvaine, who is the CEO and owner of the Gallery Furniture Store in Houston. There's actually 3 furniture stores. You may have seen recently that he won $75 million, the largest payout for a sports bet in the history of the world. $75 million. He bet on the 2022 Astros, which is why I'm wearing the 2022 Mariners playoff sweatshirt.
Go Guards.
Hoodie. There it is. Yeah, JJ feels my pain too. The promotion that he ran is if you spent $3,000 on a mattress during this promotional weekend that he ran this, and the Astros won the World Series, you get your mattress back for free. That's right. He's giving all that money right on back. You spend $3,000, you're getting that $3,000 back. And then because he's such a cool dude and he won so much money, he said, you know what? Not only are you getting the money back for your mattress, I'm also going to give you twice that amount back. So like if you spent $3,000, not only is he giving you that $3,000 back, he's giving you an extra $3,000.
Doubling it.
Free
mattress plus 3,000.
Yeah. Here's the money you gave me. I'm giving that back. You keep the mattress. And oh, by the way, here's $3,000 you can put underneath that mattress. Incredible, right? What the hell is this guy doing, right? From a sports business standpoint. I mean, already incredible, right? You guys have heard of him, correct?
Yep.
Oh, yep. He's very
Definitely.
Much somebody I want to follow and see what he's doing.
Sounds like got the OG discount double check.
Exactly. So let's give a little history about Jim, or Mattress Mack as he is better known. Jim grew up in the Dallas area, played football, and I'm not really sure how, played football at the University of Texas. He also played football at North Texas University. This was in like the early 60s or the late 60s, early 70s. I guess you could play for 2 schools at that time. Anyway, he racked up he was on 2 national championship teams with UT in 69 and 70. But in 1981, he's like, him and his girlfriend at the time, he was like, baby, I want to start a mattress store. And she was like, you're going to have to marry me first. And she's like, he immediately with his entrepreneurial mind said, all right, if I marry this lady, is it going to be worth my time? And he said, his thought was, damn, if I marry her, she'll be the cheapest employee that I have. And I was like, oh my God, amazing, right? So he takes his $5,000, right? And that in 1981, that $5,000 is worth about $16,000 today. So in today's day and age, imagine starting a furniture store with $16,000. So he bought all this furniture and got a location for it, literally slept there with his wife to make sure nobody would steal it, used his truck to pick up the stuff and deliver it. And that was his deal. And he was in Houston at the time for this small place. And oil was booming at this point in time. And as oil was booming, so were sales for Mattress Mack. And he was doing well until oil started going down, thanks to the Reagans and the Reagan economics. And sales started going down as well. So because of that, he basically down to his last $10,000. He was like, oh shit, what am I going to do? And what do you do as a marketing man myself? You go buy $10,000 versus TV ads in Houston. So that's what he did. He bought them across 3 different stations, and he has a bit of a stuttering issue. And they were basically on the last take, running out of the reel film. And they're like, if we don't get this on this take, it's done. So what does Mattress Mack do? He says, Gallery Furniture saves you money. Literally took the money out of his pocket, threw it in the air. Boom. That was his tagline for life. Gallery Furniture saves you money. And before the internet, that shit went viral. And that's basically how he became known. Now the man does about $200 million a year in sales. He's worth, although we don't really know, according to Forbes, he's worth somewhere around $300 million in net worth. But he's a marketing dude, and he is ridiculously smart, you guys. Mm-hmm. So he's also a huge sports fan. Obviously, you've seen some of the bets that he has done. His first bet, the beginning of the Houston Texans, because he's a Houston guy, right? It was Houston versus Dallas. I don't even know what the point spread was. He was like, there was no way Houston was going to win this game. And basically he said, if you come and you spend over $3,000 on a mattress over these 3 days, and if Houston beats Dallas, you will get your mattress for free. And so in those 3 days, he did $2 million worth of business.
Jesus.
And that man was going crazy because at halftime, Houston, even though they were heavy underdogs, they were up 14-0. And he was like, oh my God, this is incredible. What am I going to do? I'm going to have to give all this money back. Well, they ended up getting their ass kicked and score again for the second half. But everyone was like, oh my God, this is incredible. I just got a free mattress. And so he was like, all right, I think there's something to this, right? So he did it again. Broncos Seahawks. Broncos were favored by 2.5. That was during the Peyton Manning era. Seahawks had a very young, on his rookie contract, Russell Wilson. And he had a couple of guys in his office who were like, oh, this is a guaranteed, no problem. Definitely the Broncos are going to win. And this is just another example for you guys. Never listen to your friends and family who are like, oh my God, this is a no-brainer. And he's like, all right, great, no-brainer. I'm going to put, I'm going to do this promotion again. And we'll be like, if the Broncos win, everyone gets their, no. If the Seahawks win, everyone will get their mattress for free. And the Seahawks won 43-8. And he didn't hedge his bet, right? He didn't bet on it. Okay. He just ran this promotion like, oh, if the Seahawks win,
right.
$9 million. $9 million in sales. So he called his wife. He wasn't even watching. He was on like the treadmill. Called his wife. He's like, oh, how's the game going? She's like, we lost $9 million, you dummy. So he's like, this is really cool because everyone is like, they're getting furniture for free, right? They're getting mattresses for free. And everyone who's doing this is like, oh my God, this is crazy. When he does one of these crazy promotions, you totally got to go buy this mattress, right? And the way it works is that if Mattress Mack wins, the people win. He started to figure this out a bit later by hedging his bets, right? So he would run this promotion, right? So like in 2017, he ran, 2017, he bet on the Astros to win. The Astros were, where are my numbers? All right. No, in 2021, here we go. 2021, he bet $3.35 million on the Astros to win the World Series. They were 10-1 odds. So if he would have won, he would win $35.6 million, right? He would, and that'd be great. They, over that time period of how much, I think it was 3 days for this promotion where you come in, if you buy a mattress or furniture over $3,000, you're then qualified to potentially get your money back if the Astros win. He did about $5.9 million in those couple days, right? So even if he would have lost that $3.5 million that he bet, right? He ended up getting $5.9 million in sales. So you subtract those two. The man lost, the Astros lost, but he ended up making $2.55 million. Not only that, it was all over CNN. None of us live in Houston, but we all heard about it, right?
Right.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Now, if he would have won the bet, he would have won $35.6 million, minus his $3.3 million bet, minus the $5.9 million, and he would have pocketed $26.35 million.
Not a bad day.
He had to lose the last couple of times to say, hey, I think there's a better way to do this.
And now he is. And initially when he was doing it, he was like trying to get people to insure him to do it, like insurance companies to do this. And then the odds started changing. So when he did this for the Astros, all of a sudden they went out there and got Zach Greinke, and their odds changed from being a hardcore underdog to then being favored. And the insurance companies were like, we're not going to insure for this. This isn't worth our money. Right.
Mhm.
So he did that in 2017. The last bet that he actually won was in 2017. Then he went on a pretty hardcore cold streak. He bet on the Astros to win against the Nationals in 2019. He lost $13 million. He lost 3 different bets against the Chiefs, the Chiefs, the Titans, and the 49ers in 2020. 2021, he bet on the Bucks against the Chiefs. He bet on the Titans to win the AFC Championship, and we all know how that went in 2021. Sorry, you guys. He bet on the Kentucky Derby. He lost that. He bet on the Astros to win in 2021. He lost on that. He bet on the Crimson Tide at the beginning of this year to win the national championship. They didn't even make it. He bet on the Titans to win the Super Bowl in 2022, and they lost their first playoff game. So, he's kind of been all over the board, right? But let's think about it from a business perspective, right? Imagine, JJ, you have just purchased a mattress, like one of those soft memory foam. You spent $5,000 on this mattress, right? Even though, and you're obviously getting a very good night's sleep, right? Imagine how it feels about you getting that credit card statement back and showing a $5,000 credit to your account.
Compared to zero.
I'll take that all day.
Right? So, but what are you going to tell people about Mattress Mack after this experience yourself?
Well, I'm holding out, waiting for those bets again, and go send all my buddies back to Mattress Mack.
But yeah, if you personally did this, what type of feelings would you have if all of a sudden, like, oh my God, I just got this $5,000 mattress for free, basically? Like, right? You're going to be stoked.
Mhm. Right.
You're not only going to be stoked, you're going to tell all your friends and family about it. You're going to post on social media about it. And we know Joe has, tens of thousands of followers. If he would have done it, oh my God, place would have gone crazy, right? So he gets not only all this advertising, but then he gets all the people advertising for him, right? They immediately become brand ambassadors for Mattress Mack. And they're like, this shit's for real. This shit happened to me. All the furniture in my house is free because of Mattress Mack. Like literally creating a lifetime customer. That feeling that you must get, even if you don't know shit about sports, and all of a sudden you're like, I just paid $3,000 for whatever the hell I bought, a mattress, and I just got my $300 credit back on my credit card statement, or $3,000 in cash. Incredible.
I hit $20 in the scratch off. I'm ready to shit down my leg. I'm so excited. So I can't imagine $5,000 back.
Right? So
Jesus
this guy's
Christ.
a marketing genius. He wrote a book in 2002 called Always Think Big. And let me dive in a little bit more. Hold on. So he's basically like, if I don't get people into my store, they're going to sit there in their underwear at home and just buy this shit on Amazon. So he's like, and he doesn't do much online sales. You basically have to go in to experience the Mattress Mack phenomenon, right? He's got 3 locations. At his biggest location, indoor playground, a mattress the size of Texas. He's got exotic birds, monkeys. He's got a shark tank, free ice cream, drinks, snacks. He's like tapped into. It's the same thing. It's like when you go to IKEA. It's the same type of thing. You're like walking through there's all these things to buy. You can get Swedish meatballs and stuff.
They got monkeys at the IKEA you go to?
They got stuffed monkeys. But yeah, he took it to the next level. He took it to the Texas level of like, I want to see some capuchins. I want to see a shark. I want to see some exotic birds. And I need to buy a mattress and I want that display case for my Legos.
Right.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Hell is a capuchin.
I don't know, but it sounds wild.
It's a monkey. The monkey from the Angels, the rally monkey, that style of monkey is a capuchin monkey. Or like, have you ever seen that movie Outbreak? About a deadly plague
monkey
that starts from monkeys.
People's shoulders there.
Yeah. The same one from Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom.
Love that movie.
Yeah, that's a capuchin monkey.
Capuchin.
But not only that, you guys, Mattress Mack is a good dude. Okay, not only does every holidays he furnishes homes of underprivileged families He's up to like 50 or 60 different homes. He does a bunch of them during the holidays. He donates tens of millions of dollars back to the community. He literally has a social worker on staff to help out customers or employees or what have you. During Hurricane Harvey, there was all sorts of flooding in Houston, and the man was on his truck, and he got all of his staff that were able to drive the trucks to go pick up people, to have them live in his furniture store for weeks at a time. He did the same thing during Katrina. 800 families, 800 people were in his like warehouse, his giant warehouse, because they had nowhere else to go. The guy is just incredible. And like a true degenerate gambler, he says, how long did it take me to get over these losses? 2 seconds. A gambler has to be resilient, if anything. They knock you down, you got to get back up.
That's right.
Hats off to Mattress Mack. Not only does he get a ridiculous amount of media value for everything he does, he literally hedges his bet. So like if he loses his bet, no one is going to get free stuff. But if he wins, everyone wins.
That's right.
Incredible. Yeah. And of course, only in Texas, you guys.
Right. Well, I mean, he's really playing on that. Everybody's kind of got that, free stuff. Free stuff would be awesome kind of thing. So they're going to continue to say, hey, I'm going to take that bet, because the truth of the matter is he's had a rough January. I mean, he's lost about $5.5 million in January alone. So which means that he's had about at least four sales or four different times of 3 days where he's sold a whole bunch of mattresses. So as long as he's losing these bets, minus $5 million at the sports book is like plus $10 million in mattress sales. So a loss at the sports book is usually a big win for Mattress Mack. So even though his sports betting looks dumb, it's like kind of like he is dumb, but he is not so dumb.
He's so smart. He's just the value of a lifetime customer. JJ buys his mattress there. Please believe he's also buying everything he needs for any other type of furniture. He's going back to Mattress Mack every single time.
Oh, for sure, without a question.
And mattresses are expensive, but so is all the rest of the furniture in your house.
Yeah, every mattress in Texas should be a Mattress Mack mattress.
There it is.
That's all out for the sale. Make it happen.
Does he go outside of Texas at this point? Does this like fame and shit like?
No, he's Houston strong, and he's a Houston only guy. So like he's not expanding anywhere else. He's happy to help out his community and anyone else that he can. But the guy is he's incredible, and all the stuff that doesn't get publicized, all the stuff he does sure it does in Houston, but not everywhere else, is all how much he gives back for what he does. Like he wins $75 million.
Yeah, me either.
Wins $75 million, and people are like, oh shit, I get my money back. And he's like, not only do you get your money back, but because I made so much money, I'm giving you double. Like,
right.
That's incredible.
I thought he was like 90. I thought he was like 90 years old, dude. He's only 71. He's my dad's age. I was like, whoa. I thought he was way older than that.
Looks ancient. But I love the fact that you put it in. He's such a good dude, because that makes a big difference. It makes it look, it gives context to a story that, because we're not there, right? We don't get the full story on him. We just see the bets, and we just see what all the stuff. Me and my
dad, what's this crazy Texas guy doing?
We're talking about like, this is a great business plan. I love the marketing. It's genius. We loved every second of it. But all we see is the bets, and the big part of it, and the part that gets reported on nationally, right? So thank you for all the detail on that. I love the story. I love Mattress Mack. I love when that bursted on the scene. I was really taken with it. I thought it was awesome. I was definitely plugged into, is so and so making a bet on this? Is Mattress Mack making a bet on this? Like, and I'm glad you were able to give us the numbers on how many mattresses he was actually selling when he was doing this, because the question I had was like, is he selling enough mattresses for it to make enough for him to actually hedge the bet? But it turns out he has, no doubt, and it's like not even close.
I'll leave you with this one with his one quote. We can replace a piece of furniture. You can't replace a human being.
Oh man,
dude, Mattress Mack, right to the heart.
Mattress Mack, everybody.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
That's who's cutting onions in here? Well, Alex, awesome job. Thank you. I love that segment.
Awesome.
Sports business with the professor. We're going to keep doing it as we go on. We're going to keep looking into different things. Alex kind of comes up with these things that he digs into, which is kind of the business behind the sports that doesn't get as much of the attention, all of the things. So the broadcasting rights with the NFL was beautiful last week. We had a lot of good feedback on that. This was obviously great. We look forward to what you come up with next for that.
Cast, baby.